Welcome to May 17, 2023 Select Board and Sewer Commissioners meeting. This meeting is hybrid meeting. I call the meeting to order. Roll call, all members present. Please stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. David Mercurio, a man of honesty, kindness, and humility, has left a lasting mark on our community. He was a remarkable individual who dedicated many years serving our town. David's unwavering dedication to our community was evident through his involvement in various boards and committees. We express our deepest gratitude to David for his invaluable contributions to our town and extend our heartfelt condolences to his family. May we observe moment of mourning in honor of David Mercurio and his legacy. Thank you. Public comments? Hearing none. Next item on the agenda, citation presentation for Mr. Christopher Ruccio by Representative O'Day for his service to the town and the Select Board.
Good to see you. We couldn't see you. That's better.
Huh? Excuse me? Good evening, and thanks so much for the opportunity to join you all this evening, to bring greetings from the State House and to make a presentation to our Select Board member, Chris Ruccio. And if I could maybe just take one moment of personal privilege here to just sort of go back a little bit. You know, Chris has been an incredible asset to not just your board, obviously, but I think we've been in town around the same length of time, and I've been around Chris on a lot of different avenues here in town, whether it was coaching Little League, the Parks Facilities Board, just his overall enthusiasm and activity here in town, I think has been a tremendous outpouring of his commitment to our town. Now, I know both he and myself are not natives of West Boylston. We were both born in Worcester, but I think in both cases, we certainly have become West Boylston folk. Now, my kids were born here, and I think everybody would call them a townie. I'm not sure Chris and I still have managed to get that designation, but that's okay. But we may never, Chris. But it really is, I'm sure this is a bittersweet moment for you, and I would say that it is for the town, because you're going to have big shoes to fill, and it's really an honor for me to come this evening and present a citation to you. If you just bear with me for a moment, I'd like to read it. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts, be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Christopher Ruccio in recognition of your dedication to the town of West Boylston, serving the town in many capacities for over 15 years, and congratulations on your retirement, although I know you're not retiring because you'll never stop being on the move. But obviously you're retiring from your position on this board. But, you know, the entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all your endeavors. I pray for your wife, Julie,
She's stuck with me on Wednesday night.
Oh, that's right. And so actually, this is signed by Speaker of the House Ron Mariano and State Representative Jim O'Day. Chris, congratulations, and truly, thank you for all that you have done for the town of West Boylston, and best of wishes to you in your future.
Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Make a motion to adjourn? Second? Or no?
That's my cue.
Well, under future agenda items, I think we need a few special meetings between now
Yeah,
and
yeah,
June.
in June.
Mr. Chairman, do you want us to take a picture?
No.
I'm not asking, Mr. Vice Chairman, Mr. Chairman. Can we take
Sure,
a picture?
yeah.
With Representative Lundy and the citation?
Of course, I'm
Mr.
wearing
Mitchell.
sneakers.
Every
Take from his, take from,
Right back here, right?
Pat's
Go
knee-
back
Pat's
here
knees
behind
up.
the board.
from your knees up.
I walked here, so I wore sneakers.
Well, why don't you guys can stay back there and have these two up front.
There we go, I like that
Oh,
idea.
there.
All right.
I'm gonna stay there.
Where you gonna stand, Pat?
You two stand up
We
front.
are
four of us stand up back.
Christina, we've been through this.
All
Fine.
right, we're going up front.
Fine.
I phoned it.
They're coming up front. Sorry. I won't get your shoes, Pat.
All right, perfect.
Just don't take it to me.
Look at your shoes.
No, I'm going.
That's what he wants.
I know.
Those are worse. That was a nice one.
Hi. Thanks.
Wait, wait,
Oh.
wait, wait,
Oh,
wait, wait,
oh,
wait,
What
wait.
happened to the shoes?
Watch this act.
No, I don't take good pictures. No, that is correct. I'll do it quick.
Can you put a film over it, like blur out?
I'm just taking one of you. All right, perfect. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Congrats, man. All right, okay. See you guys. See you later. Congratulations. Thank you.
I knew this too. Thank you.
Every time.
What's on the agenda? Anything on the agenda?
So now do we all get to tell stories for Chris?
No.
Yep.
No, that's why I made a motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris will see you.
See you, thank you. Enjoy dinner.
Do you want the envelope? You just throw it
Thank
away?
you.
Recycle it?
I'd like to say a few words. Today is Mr. Rucho's final select board meeting, marking the end of his exceptional tenure. As we bid him farewell, we express our deepest gratitude for his service and dedication to our community. Throughout his time on the select board, Mr. Rucho demonstrated true leadership. His efforts, sound judgment, and willingness to listen have made a profound impact on our town. He consistently responded to the needs of our community. Beyond the boardroom, Mr. Rucho served as a passionate advocate for our town. His unwavering belief in our potential and his tireless promotion of our community interests have inspired us all. His legacy can be seen in the positive changes to our athletic infrastructure and supports of all local businesses. We extend our deepest gratitude to Mr. Rucho for his extraordinary service. His efforts have left a permanent mark on our community. As he embarks on new endeavor, we celebrate his accomplishment and commitment to carry forward the lessons learned from our time with him. Thank you, Mr. Rucho, for your dedication and service. Your contribution will be remembered, and we hope work together in new ways to build an even brighter future for our beloved town. Thank you.
Thank you, Marsh. I appreciate it. Now I'll make a motion to adjourn.
You want to say a few words?
So, I wanted to take a moment to express my deepest appreciation for the years of dedicated service to the Select Board and your selfless commitment to volunteering in our town. Your tireless efforts have made a significant difference in the lives of so many, from Little League to the Senior Center to Food Bank, the National Cleanup event that happens in town, and many, many other activities that have benefited our community. Throughout your tenure on the Select Board, you've demonstrated exceptional leadership, compassion, and genuine desire to improve our community. Your contributions have helped shape policy initiative and also have had positive, lasting impact. Moreover, your dedication to volunteering has inspired many others in town to put forth willingness to give their time, energy, and to support causes and organizations that you've touched the lives of countless individuals. Your commitment to making our town a better place is commendable, and you set an example for all of us. As you transition into your new chapter of life, I want you to know that your efforts will never be forgotten. Your legacy of service and commitment and involvement to this town will continue to inspire others as they follow in your footsteps. I appreciate all that you have done, and I hope you enjoy your Wednesdays off from us.
Thank you, Christine, I appreciate it.
Everybody say something.
No, don't. Thanks, I appreciate it. You don't have to, Mark. Thank you, Mark, you don't have to say anything.
It's your neighbor.
No,
That's
that's
a good
all
job.
right. He'll see me walking.
Constant.
Mark?
No, he's all set, he said he was all set.
We gotta get this meeting going.
Yeah.
Motion to adjourn,
Thank you.
because that's, somebody else has to pick that up, I guess.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, approval of minutes, March 15, 2023, regular meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second?
We have a motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Review and vote to approve warrants for the period covering May 14, 2023 through May 17, 2023. Town payable warrants FY 2023-45, FY 2023-46. Payroll warrants FY 2023-23. Sewer warrants FY 2023-SE31. School warrants FY 2023-SE21.
So moved.
The MLP warrant?
You wanna do the last one?
Okay. MLP warrants FY 2023-24.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Yeah. Continuation of public hearing from April 19, 2023 to consider creating a policy related to the use of reservoir triangle for a food trucks. Such a policy includes a fee.
The clerk to read the notice.
This is a
I don't have a notice.
continuation. We don't need to,
It'd have to get posted, so you should read it.
okay, Mark?
Public notice is hereby given in conformity with the requirements of the general bylaws of the town of West Boylston, Article 23, public hearing and notice, that Select Board will meet Wednesday, May 17th, 2023, at 6:05 for the purpose of considering creating a policy relative to the use of the reservoir triangle for food trucks. Such policy to include a fee. The meeting will be held at the Select Board Meeting Room, number 210, 140 West Boylston, Worcester Street, West Boylston. For additional information or review the proposed changes, please contact Town Administrator. This is on Zoom. So be it.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So the last time we discussed this policy, we had worked out a lot of things, but there were two kind of key items that remained. One is, how do we have no more than one food truck primarily selling hot dogs and/or hamburgers without going through an RFP process? And the second was porta potties at the site. So the policy has been redrafted so that there is a stated goal of no more than one food truck selling hot dogs and/or hamburgers. If there is a returning vendor who sells hot dogs and/or hamburgers, no applications will be taken in from folks that sell hot dogs and/or hamburgers. If there is not a returning vendor and there is somebody in the pool that sells hot dogs and/or hamburgers, but there's only one in the pool, they will get put in like everybody else for random selection. If there are two folks that sell hot dogs and/or hamburgers, there will be a separate pool drawing so that only one will be selected that sells hot dogs and/or hamburgers. So this takes the kind of discretionary process that you would have within an RFP out, but it allows that goal of only having one of that type of truck at the site. The second item is the porta potties. So in your draft, you have item number 16, you have two versions. You have version 1, the vendor may supply a portable toilet at the vendor's own cost for use solely by the vendor or their employee. Vendor must lock such toilet when not present at the site and is liable for the portable toilet. No items other than toilet paper and hand sanitizer may be stored in the toilet. Option 2 is that the town shall supply a portable toilet at the site for use by the vendor, their employees, and the public. The vendor shall be provided a lock for the toilet, and the toilet must be opened by the vendor during food truck operations. The vendor shall ensure the toilet is locked upon end of operation hours. I guess we should also include in that no items other than toilet paper and hand sanitizer may be stored in the toilet when it is locked. So those are the two options there. There was also a request to have all of the language related to Board of Health stripped from this, about food temperatures and the like. So that has been removed. And then there is a draft, so this is the policy. And then there is a draft license agreement where a lot of the legalese comes in for the license, but the terms and conditions of the policy get incorporated in Exhibit B, which is the permitted use of the site.
If I may? Sure. As it stands right now, I believe Captain Ron has a porta potty that's just for him and his employees, and there's a second one for the public. Is that?
No,
Not this year.
Okay, he did that last year?
Last year he
But
did.
if not this year, there's just one.
There's just one, and there's also one across the street that's been provided by DCR by the Stone Church. So there's one public nearby.
Okay, so and then the one that is there presently, are we paying for it or is Captain Ron's paying?
Captain Ron is paying for it.
And we're gonna have two vendors, and we're talking about providing a porta potty. If we go with version 1, does that mean each of them can choose to do that or choose not to do that? And there'll be two separate ones?
They could, or they can work out an agreement between themselves, however they want to arrange it, so.
Is there any reason why we couldn't say, that the town will provide a toilet, but if you want one that's just for your use, you can do that as well? I mean,
A hybrid between version 1 and version 2?
version 1 and 2.
Yep,
I mean, we can just say the town will provide a toilet that can be used by everyone. If you want, you can have a second one.
sure, that's possible.
I like version 2. I mean, that one. But I think if we're gonna let them lock it, they might be okay. I think the other one might have been left open. Was it always, the other, when the town had it? I know that the one he owns, he locked.
I thought they locked both.
They locked it?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I have no problem if they wanna get a second one.
I like version 2 as well, but I'd like to get, I think
If they want.
They're paying $2,500. I think
if they want a private,
we should provide a toilet as part of what they're paying for, and it should be ADA
Yes.
accessible. I don't think we should strip the language. We should leave the language in there that says, hey, if you want a second personal use only, you guys can do that as well.
Yeah, that's
they
fine.
have an handicapped one. But Ron has handicapped toilet.
but the town would, if the town is providing one, the town has to provide one that's
Yeah,
accessible.
I'd like to provide one. I mean, I don't want kids to be there and have to cross the street to have to use the porta potty if they're overgetting. So I agree with version 2 with Pat's changes.
Okay.
And then what was the issue today with town council responded?
Oh,
with something?
so I didn't know if I would get in touch with town council before this meeting, but we did have a conversation, and that was how to incorporate the terms of the policy into the license agreement, and so that's through that Exhibit B.
so it's all set.
Yeah.
What happens if we're adopting this policy today, it's part of the license agreement, and we decide we want to change something 2 months down the road? How does that affect?
So in the policy itself, it says under license and license fee on page 2, selected vendors must execute a license agreement with the town of West Boylston. Said license agreement is subject to changes made from time to time in consultation with legal counsel. The license agreement is attached to this policy, so that gives us the flexibility to change the license. And same is true with the policy itself. At the end of the policy, it says that this agreement may be modified in any manner at the sole discretion of the town. The town reserves the right to terminate or revise the program at any time and for any reason at the sole discretion of the town. So we have quite a bit of leeway if something's not working well to make a revision.
Both vendors are okay with the 2,500, the ones who we have presently are okay with the 2,500, or I know Captain Ron's will be.
He has, I have not had a conversation with them, but I believe Mr. Frieden did have.
Not about the price.
Not about the price, okay.
Well, we'll see what happens.
And we changed the time from April 1st through November 30th?
Yeah, it's.
April 1st through November 30th, and we also
Seven, number
made it
7.
a little bit, 7 AM to dusk.
Okay.
Again, not requiring them to be there.
No.
Just that they could be there if they so choose.
I assume, as far as who's locking and who's opening, who's locking, both of them will have a key. Whoever's
Whoever's
first one there
last.
opens it, last one
Yep.
closes, is that how it's working right now? Or
Yeah.
not?
I don't
Right
know
now-
at all how it's working right now, because it's entirely.
Right now, they said it's a
private.
combination lock, and they both have the combination.
So they must be, yeah. So we could do the same on the town meeting.
Any other questions? Hearing none. Any questions?
I agree with Mr. Crowley, I think, and Mr. Russo, I think we should have.
Okay, thank you. Do I hear a motion to close the public hearing?
So move.
Second?
We have a motion and second to close the public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Don't we have to do roll call for that?
No, we were on Zoom, yes, you do. Roll call. You're hybrid. Well, although, no, all of you are present, you're all here.
Yeah.
Public hearing?
You're all here.
No, we don't.
Disregard, just ignore me.
Sorry, no, we
Okay.
don't need a roll call.
Just ignore me.
Yep.
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Do I hear a motion to adopt the policy, right,
So moved.
Second.
With the changes?
with the
With the
changes?
changes.
Yeah.
We have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, that's it, right?
That's it.
Motion.
Do I
Wait,
need
no.
to,
We have a little bit more meeting, not that's,
Oh.
don't get ahead of
I
yourself.
looked at Chris, I was like,
I
Chris.
said, come on, do your thing.
do we need to do the license agreement? We don't need, right?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's incorporated into the policy.
The next one is new business. Consider closing certain municipal buildings under the care and custody and control of the Select Board on Friday, June 16th, for a training followed by an employee appreciation event.
Yes, so thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is at my request. I have told the board that we received a grant through Maya, our insurer, to have a guest speaker come out and conduct a cooling hostilities workshop for staff. That will be on, and that will be open to all boards, committees, and commissions as well, on Friday, June 16th, from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. And then it is hoped that after that concludes, that will be at the senior center, but that after that concludes, that we could have an employee appreciation event. And so the request is that all buildings under the care, custody, and control of this board be closed on that day to allow these two items to occur. What this does not touch is the library. I believe the library director is also requesting the same of the library board of trustees, so that the library employees can attend.
So which ones will be closed? We closing the police department and the fire department?
So the essential public services, they still will be on duty. You still have to have, but they wouldn't be open to the public to walk in that day, so emergency only.
So DPW would be the same situation?
DPW would be closed.
They won't be around for emergencies? Will they'll be on the, if something
They're
happens?
on the clock.
So if
Everybody's
something
on the
happens, they'll
clock.
have to go out, right?
Yes, if something happens, but the DPW director is planning, if this is approved, to still have his staff come in at regular time that morning, and he's gonna use, because they come in a lot earlier than town hall opens, he's gonna use that time to do some trainings, safety-related trainings in the morning with his staff, then they'd go to the workshop, and then the employee appreciation event.
So any scheduling things they do on Friday for getting fields ready for the weekend?
They're gonna have to
Friday
do
get
it
them
in
done
advance.
Thursday, or?
You're talking about an employee appreciation event. Is that just for, you said all boards and everyone are invited to go to this? Are they invited to this employee appreciation thing, or I just want to make sure the public knows?
Well, I'm inviting the select board to come and help cook
Yeah.
hamburgers
Service.
and serve.
Work the grill, I wasn't.
But I just,
But no, it's truly for employees. I think it's important for employees to come together. I think that they'll be more relaxed if they are just amongst themselves. But I do want the select board to come and appreciate the employees.
I'm with manning the grill, so. I wasn't even invited, I was told I was manning a grill.
That is accurate.
Yeah.
So do you need a motion on this, or?
Yes.
I motion, I'm so moved.
So move that.
Yep.
Okay, second.
We have motion and second, all in favor?
aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is town administrator report. This will be a long one today.
Very long. So just that, thank you for everybody on the select board and in the public that attended our town meeting. I think it went really well. So I'm happy that that is now behind us. And the only other item that I have to report is interviews have concluded for the facilities manager position. An offer has gone out to a candidate. The candidate has accepted it. I don't know if the candidates that have not been selected have been notified yet by Sterling, so I don't want to say the name of the candidate publicly yet, but I am very happy with our candidate pool and the selection, and I look forward to introducing the individual to the select board.
Thank you,
And that is it.
thank you. Future agenda items and the select board.
You wanna go first, cause I want me to go first?
I don't care.
All right, so the Economic Development Task Force did a drawing the beginning of April for the location of signs. Cranston, Hogan Heating and Plumbing, Total Fitness and Nutrition, Campfire Cannabis, J.F. Gray Landscaping, Construction and Paving, Old World Construction, and A&E Realty were picked. We have one opening, someone declined, and we are doing a drawing towards the end of this month for that open spot. We also, with the town administrator's help, was able to put together a database where we can actually ask our fellow businesses to put their contact information in, to host a gathering for breakfast, come meet the town officials, ask questions, and get to know our local business partners. Those are my two updates. Pat?
Celebrations Committee update. We are going to be hosting on the third Friday of June, July, August, and September, a free movie on the Commons. There will also be free snacks for those in attendance. You do have to bring your own beverages. The movies are going to be geared towards young, not young children, but not teenagers. The 9 to 13 or 14-ish range, hoping to get families out. There will be a poll that will be posted on Facebook on the West Boylston Neighbors Connect site for the movies. There'll be the first one, we have a few movies picked out. I don't have them in front of me. I don't know what they were. We're also going to be soliciting in that poll, soliciting comments. Hey, I'd like to see this, to add it to the next poll. So if you have a movie that you want to see, and you don't like the three, you can still comment. A lot more will be pushed out on this. It's going to be in Backpack Thursday at school, which is now called Virtual Thursday, I think. It's going to be on the light bill. It is also the blog and
Social media.
the town common sign as well as posts, so there'll be a lot more that's coming out on this. The other update is Fall Fest. The celebrations committee met last night. There's 4 of us on this committee. We all agree we want to do Fall Fest. However, the 4 of us that are on this committee do not have the capacity in our personal lives to be the lead person for Fall Fest. So we are 4 volunteers. There are a whole group of other volunteers that helped last year. But if we're gonna do Fall Fest, we need somebody to step up and volunteer to be the head person. It's a lot of man-hours that are involved. It's not rocket science, but it's timely. It takes a lot of time. It's not something that we're looking for someone to just take and run with, but we need somebody to be the coordinator that's gonna put together all the moving parts. So if that's you, or you know somebody that could be, please have them reach out to the town administrator, because we really wanna have Fall Fest, but if we don't have somebody step up to take the lead, it probably isn't gonna happen. That's all I have.
Thank you. You have anything?
Yep. On behalf of the planning board, I'd like to thank Sarah for her service. I think her last meeting that she attended was town meeting. That Sarah Miles, she was the chair last 2 or 3 terms. I just want to thank her for helping out. I think she's staying on other boards, but I just want to help, let everybody know that she's not coming back to the planning board, but she's going to be missed.
Thank you, Mark.
Pat, I'm guessing a non-alcoholic beverage when you said people bring their own beverages.
Yes, that's correct.
The only thing I guess I'd like to say is, one thing is future agenda items. You don't have to put this on because I'm no longer on the board.
Motion
but-
adjourned.
Yeah. Years ago, we started street signs, fixing street signs in town. And we bought a handful of them, and then it just stopped. I thought we put money aside for this. I gotten some calls from residents that say their street signs are in awful shape, and I've asked a few times what's going on, so if we could find out what's going on with that. I mean, I thought we put money aside for it, or we had some money for it, or we were just gonna.
That might have been a previous, before Kevin DPW director, and it might have just fell off.
I've asked a couple times though about it, so, yeah, if we can just, it would be nice, because I know the new ones we bought had the town seal on them and things, and I think we did one batch and then stopped it, so. And that's it, and I'd just like to thank the board. I enjoyed being on the board for many years. I'll probably still be on some other committees if you guys appoint me, but if not, thank you if you don't. Thanks very much.
Isn't it 18 years, not 15?
It is 18 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't wanna,
I took that out of mine because I thought I was wrong when he said 15, so I instantly deleted that.
I think you should approach Mr. Ruccio about Fall Fest immediately after this
can have a lot
meeting.
of free time.
Said if I know somebody, Mark Frieden said he has nothing to do.
Two retired. Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.